Here we are in April. It's April 15th, 2020, and I have a feeling that I have never really had before. As an entrepreneur, I think one of the reasons why I am an entrepreneur is that I have control over what happens in my life, and I love the sense of control. I know that my own decisions, my own actions, my own risks, they all influence my life and my bank account and my stability and my ability to pay my mortgage, my ability to put food on the family for my kids. And here we are in the last month. I've had a huge sense of just out of control. I have felt out of control. It's the first time I've ever felt that. It's not like I've never failed. It's not like I've ever had bad things happen. But this situation right now, here we are in a situation where we've lost 75% of our revenue on the year across my businesses. We're looking at our ability to make payroll, our ability to make mortgage payments, and I just feel totally out of control. I feel like my decisions, my impacts are not going to have much of an influence at all on what happens, and with that comes such a sense of anxiety, fear, stress, that it's almost crippling. The last 2 weeks I've been sleeping horribly, drinking, grumpy. And look, I feel horrible complaining about this because so many people are in such a worse situation than I am. But this is crippling anxiety that I just don't know if what I do has an impact on the output anymore. I mean, that's why I became an entrepreneur. I became an entrepreneur so that I controlled how much money I made. I didn't rely on somebody else to tell me what to do. I didn't have to answer to anybody. And I've always been okay with that risk, right? I've always been okay with that certain things, there's odds of certain things happening. I can control a lot more than I think I can control, right? That's one of the things I learned early on, is that I have control over a lot more than I think I have. From the days when we were hiring employees, complaining about those employees, it was, these employees suck, it's totally out of our control, the economy is booming along right now, so we can't possibly hire anybody. And then we took a step back and realized that it is our fault, and we can control our employees, and we can control how they do, and we can control their level of productivity. So I've taken that extreme ownership stance on so much over the past 10 years of my life. And now I'm at a point where I don't have any control. I mean, I've had a savings, I've had an emergency fund, and I'm going to be okay through this crisis. We're going to be able to pay all of our bills. We're going to be able to pay our employees. We're going to make it till next year. But emotionally and mentally, feeling this sense of no control at all over what happens. I don't really know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it, but I hate it. I hate the feeling. It makes my chest tight. It makes I think there's a prayer, Serenity prayer, and the Stoics say this all the time. If you follow Stoic philosophy at all, Ryan Holiday, and he's the modern day kind of transmitter of that message, but there's this Serenity prayer of, Lord, help me control what I can control, ignore what I can't control, help me understand the difference between what I can and can't control. And I've always been I've always prided myself on being pretty good at understanding what is out of my control and letting that go and not worrying about it, not being stressed about it, and taking extreme ownership over what is in my control and what I can do about my situation. And right now I just feel like so much is out of my control that I don't really know what to do.